Drug smuggling in Punjab has always made headlines. There has been huge recovery by police, a massive crackdown, but still drug smuggling happens. But now for the first time, Punjab police has taken an extreme step. This step is called detaining a smuggler under the PITNDPS Act. And the first such case has happened in Gurdaspur district. Today we have with this special show, Crime Show with Jupinderjit Singh, SSP Gurdaspur Harish Dayama. Welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you so much, Jupinder.
So, what is this PIT-NDPS Act?
The PITNDPS Act stands for Prevention of Illicit Trafficking in Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances. It's an act of 1988 of the Government of India.
Right.
PITNDPS Act has a basic focus on detention of a supposed smuggler or a criminal who is involved in smuggling activities.
Right.
So, this has a unique feature that you can put a person behind bars and under preventive detention, just like sometimes we do in law and order situation. We
Right.
take preventive action against a known depredator or known criminal. So it is specific to NDPS Act smugglers.
So, for how long can you put someone behind bars?
The detention period varies. It depends on the severity and also the circumstances. And as per the provisions, it can be for 3 months also, 6 months also, and it can extend up to 2 years.
Up to 2 years.
Up to 2 years for bordering districts and for special cases.
So, who's this smuggler and why is he so important, if I may say, or why is he, so dangerous to the society that he has to be sent behind bars for 2 years? Who's this guy?
Actually, the PIT-NDPS provisions are very stringent and they are being only used in rare cases where the person is heavy smuggler and also a threat to the safety security.
Okay.
And there are many proposals or cases which are prepared but approved only after a strict procedure which is being followed.
Which is a long drawn process.
Which is a long drawn procedure of law. And takes due care and caution. So in this particular case, the smuggler is Avtar Singh Tari.
Avtar Singh
Alias Tari.
Okay.
He belongs to a border village of Shahur Kala in Gurdaspur district.
Shahur Kala. Right.
It's just 2 to 3 kilometers from the Indo-Pak border.
Indo-Pak. And how many cases are there against him?
There are 3 cases in which one of which he was caught with 10 kg of heroin.
Right.
But during his investigation, and it's not limited to that, he had himself also agreed to or confessed about involvement in various other, because when you catch him, you don't get to catch the entire amount that he had smuggled from the beginning. So he was active since long, and from 2009 till 2012, he had almost done of 231 kgs of.
231 kg of heroin in 2009.
From 2009 till
onwards.
2012.
Okay, and he was still active.
He was still active because he was in touch with the cross-border smugglers. He was also in touch with various smugglers from our side also, and there was a network of activity that he was involved in. And also, it's not specific to, sometimes we confuse it with the recovery part. It's not like that. In NDPS Act, we make recovery on the site itself based on our inputs and others. But in PIT-NDPS Act, we know this person is actively involved. We know that he is causing damage to the society. And once we have sufficient grounds of detention, then we prepare the proposal for that particular person and we send it for approval. Right. And after it is vetted by various agencies, there are many inputs which are shared regarding that person. After that only, he is put under preventive detention.
Yeah, as per the data with us, there are 70 such cases under consideration of the government. But this was the only case which was approved. So this is the first case. Yeah, so why has this case been approved?
Actually, there are many factors which make it a fit case for the PIT-NDPS Act. One of them is that he was himself heavy commercial smuggler of narcotics, particularly heroin.
Okay.
And he was also sentenced by the court for 14 years.
14 years?
Yeah. Out of that, he had served approximately 6 years, and then he had used the provisions and gone to the Honorable High Court, where his order was suspended for some duration. So right now he had availed that benefit, but still the inputs were regularly coming regarding his involvement into smuggling activities. Border belt is particularly prone to, smuggling.
Yeah.
And also
Gurdaspur is like hotbed.
No, we can't say that Gurdaspur is particularly a hotbed, because there are other districts. Because rather Gurdaspur is a place where it's on a lower side.
Okay.
But the particular police station or the particular area, that is Kalanor belt, which adjoins Dera Baba Nanak, and then further goes till Amritsar rural, and then Taran Fazil.
Yes.
So from there it starts to rise. And I would also like to share that last year his own son Jugraj Singh, he was also caught in a similar case, and around 6 sophisticated weapons, Glock pistols, were recovered from him. And he had also gone out of India to Germany and illegally, through illegal means, and then came back. And he was also found to be involved into smuggling activities.
So this is what we call the narco terror network. Narco terror and arms smuggling racket.
Arms smuggling, definitely. Yeah. So, and these are the things that, even when you do in-depth investigation, you catch them. But there are many things that have already gone through. So we have to take that into consideration.
So this is where the PITNDPS Act comes in.
Yes, it is a perfect case, and it would save, I believe, many other youngsters also from getting into the trap.
So this will be an effective measure against the smugglers.
Definitely, it is. It is very stringent provisions are there. You can be immediately put behind bars, and then you have to follow a procedure of appeal. Only that is the respect.
Only that is, yeah. So. Where has he been sent now?
He is in custody in the Bathinda jail.
Bathinda, the high security jail?
Yes.
Okay. And what is his whole network? You were saying that he used to do smuggling earlier, then he was convicted, the sentence was suspended. So now apparently he is running a network, his members and all that. So what is his network like? If you can discuss about that.
Yeah, because all these things are, we can't share everything here, as it is a part of our report and it's confidential. But definitely you can go to the fact that he was convicted. He was a successful conviction case, and then there was no setting aside of his conviction order as such.
Okay.
He is only on a suspension of the punishment part. So, and then if that is being misused, and if we get recovery directly on the ground, then a case can be registered under the NPS Act. But if a person is, running the network, and there are so many provisions under PITNDPS Act, where even transportation and providing shelter, and also being directly or indirectly involved into financial transactions with the smugglers can also be a ground for detention. And then it can also be seen that his own son was involved, and it's very difficult to, the fact cannot be ignored.
So what about his family and his lifestyle?
He has family members. All that is there in the report, but he has a brother also. And
he is also into...
No, he is living separately, but right now he is living in the same village. And he is involved. So we have various reports from different agencies.
Okay.
And every time we go through them and we do verification.
So how did he use to bring drugs to Gurdaspur or to Punjab or the other parts of Punjab?
Actually, it is through various means. Smuggling, as you know, it can be manually also. There were other routes.
From cross-border or pipes? Okay.
So cross-border smuggling can be, now it is through drones, which we see many times. And smuggling can be, because our district falls on the border also, and then we are close to Jammu Kashmir also.
Yeah.
So there are 2-3 major routes that we can say. One is the smuggling through drones, which is from the aerial route.
Right.
And the other one is through the national highway, because one consignment that we had caught last year, it was approximately 18 kgs of heroin, but it was caught on a surprise Naka checking.
Okay.
So the car which was coming from Jammu Kashmir, it had concealed the packets of heroin. They were also again sourced from Pakistan. So they were caught out during the Naka checking, and then after thorough investigation, we were able to successfully reach the source that was in Baramulla and Uri, and we caught people from there also, and we made recovery of huge amount of cash was recovered from there, which they had hidden inside some cave sort of thing.
Okay.
So there also we got to know that similar kind of strategy was being used, that one party gives it to another, and
This is how they protect it,
no, it was a thorough investigation helped us in getting the main culprits also, and unearthing the entire network of smuggling.
Normally, we have seen that, when police acted against terrorists or against smugglers, so there were a lot of counter cases against police officials. So, is there any safeguard when you proceed under PITNDPS against someone? So, is there a protection of officers in that?
Definitely there is, because if you go through the entire sections of PIT and NPS Act, there is, I think, section 15 or 14, which provides safeguard against prosecution. So
Okay.
it's basically safeguard for the acts done in good intention.
Okay.
So it clearly provides these safeguards. That is why it is government servant needs such kind of safeguards also, because we are acting in good faith only in pursuance of our lawful duty.
And sir, you talked about the drones. The drones, and Gurdaspur, Taran, this area which is next to the Pakistan border, Jammu Kashmir border also. So, how do you combat the menace of drones?
A drone is definitely a challenge for us, but we have devised our own strategies also. And you see, first of all, you have to see who is getting the consignment, who is involved on our side also.
The recipient.
The recipient. So,
Okay.
And in this case, we have got a lot of help from our local population of the border area. People have now become aware. We have started a huge drive of making VDCs in all the villages of the district.
The village
Initially-
defense committees.
Yes, the village defense committees. Initially, it was only limited to the border area. Initially, it was for 5 kilometers, then it was for 10 kilometers. Now it is for the entire district.
Okay.
So wherever we go for doing seminars, awareness drives, we ensure that the VDC members, the local population, is made aware about the counter effects, about the the penal provisions that they may have to face if they get into the trap of smuggling. And this has been particularly successful for us, because I have also around 5-6 cases in which the VDC member, they have come forward and helped the police. They have shared the information and led to the recovery of drugs also. And that is a big support to us.
That's a ground sport.
Yes, that shows that our population in general is supporting the police also, and they are aware of it. There are only very rare examples where people get involved into it. And many times it is also seen that these kind of people, they come from outside to just pick it up and pass it on.
So, does the police protect them, because they are making enemies of smugglers? Or is there some kind of award also for informers?
It is definitely there. We ensure that they have actually they are given certain kind of priority treatments also, and then there is a reward system also through the deputy commissioner, through our offices. And it's not that we reveal their identity. We keep their identity secret. And also there are other means of, I was talking about, one is VDC. The other is the technological advancement that we get. The jamming system, the jammers, and other sophisticated devices that we get to use, and that helps in bringing the drone down.
That is amazing. What is your future strategy now regarding drug smuggling in Gurdaspur?
It is a very, very important agenda for us, and it's very dear to our heart also, because as a social being, we also live in the same society. If we are unable, or we don't do our part, then it's a kind of weight on our souls too. So in our district, we have gone all out. We have not just booked the criminals, we have also, street peddling is a menace, because when we catch heavy recovery or we do commercial recoveries, the people in the street, they still have the same complaint. In my particular street, or in that chalk, or in that place, that person comes with this packet and then he delivers. So we have also reoriented our focus. We have also now started focusing on the street peddlers, who are the ground smugglers, or who are making it available doorstep. And in that we have got huge support from people, and all the helpline numbers, they are all working, and then we get revert calls also. So that has helped. And secondly, the part that we should focus more upon is the awareness drives. It is a demand and supply network. So it's not just that supply is there and there is no demand. Demand is there. That is why the supply is reaching to their doorsteps. So we have to focus that why our youth is getting diverted there.
Right.
And in that also we have done huge number of seminars. We have also brought to de-addiction many addicts, and it's now it has become a routine thing also, that many times parents directly approach us. Earlier they used to be scared that if we go to the police they might book our child. So now they come and they tell us that our son has got into this for last 2 months, 3 months, and it's a good thing, because when we get to know it in an early stage, we have so many avenues to bring him back to the normal life. I remember a principal, very old-aged principal from Gurdaspur itself. So she had come to us that her son used to beat her. So you see, it is a social problem also now.
The addict son used to beat her. Old
mother. So we had sent our teams, we did counseling, and then he was suffering from so many diseases. So there is a social side to the addiction problem. Many times when you go for CASO operation, search operation, we find that the conditions that the person is in, you have to change that also. You have to bring him out from that surrounding. You have to place him in a better condition in order to get him de-addicted, in order to get him away from these links. Most of the stories that we get to hear from first-time addicts is that they did it in, just as a trial thing.
Right.
So
peer pressure.
Peer pressure. And they never knew that it will have this kind of consequence on them and their family. So we also have a logo. We have run that Mission Nishchay in our district, where we used this logo of say no to drugs and also no first use. You don't take the first step itself. It's never a try and error thing that you use it and then you will move back. So no new addict. Again, that whoever is the addict, he is there. We have to treat him. Let us just take a pledge that we will not allow new addict to come to the society from our mohallas, from our society, from our pind. So all these things have to work together, and in that case, we will definitely win in this fight.
Well, that was SSP Harish Dayama, and he has spoken about the human side of policing also, how they are helping juveniles, how they are trying to prevent future youngsters from taking to drugs, and how the drug fight is not limited to checking cross-border smuggling. It is not limited to the aerial way of smuggling through drones, but the street peddling, that is also being checked. And the role of the teachers and parents is what he has highlighted. So it is that role he has highlighted, and it will be imperative for the residents to also come forward and help the police. And we hope the police will also not be relent towards any smuggler, and more smugglers are put behind bars and are put on the correction path. This is us signing off from the Crime Show with Jupinderjit Singh. Please like and subscribe this channel, and also please subscribe to the Tribune newspaper. Thank you.